Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about something that's, well, a pretty big deal for a growing part of the workforce here in Canada: health security for independent workers. If you're a freelancer, you know that freedom is amazing, but figuring out benefits? Yeah, that can be a real headache. So let's just dive right in.
I mean, really think about that for a second. When you're your own boss, you're also the entire HR department. So when you need a prescription filled, or a dental checkup, or maybe some physiotherapy, what's your plan? This is the big question for so many self-employed people out there. And this really gets to the heart of the trade-off, doesn't it? You get this incredible freedom to call your own shots, but you lose that built-in safety net that comes with a traditional job. It's a gap that can leave you feeling pretty exposed, especially when you least expect it.
But what if there was a solution that was actually built for this exact challenge? Well, this is where the SoloHelm contractor plan from Helm Canada comes into the picture. It's designed from the ground up specifically to give that missing safety net back to the self-employed.
Okay, so right off the bat, this plan gets rid of two of the biggest hurdles you might run into. First, you don't have to fill out a long, complicated medical questionnaire. And second, and this is a big one, there are no waiting periods. That means you get access to coverage right away, which is just huge if you're just getting started.
All right, a quick but important note before we dig deeper. We're going to break down all the features and what's covered in this explainer, but for the most current pricing, you'll need to get in touch with Helm directly. Our goal today is to help you understand exactly what the plan offers.
So, the million-dollar question: what are you actually covered for? Let's break down the core components you'll find inside the SoloHelm plan.
The whole idea here is to be comprehensive. It hits all the big things you'd expect, right? Drugs, dental, vision, and what are called paramedical services. That's things like massage therapy or a chiropractor. But it also includes things you might not even think about, like a semi-private hospital room, and as you can see, some pretty extensive travel insurance.
And speaking of that travel insurance, just look at this number: $5 million. That's the amount of emergency medical coverage you get when you travel, and it's a standard feature in every single one of the plans. That's a lot of peace of mind.
So what does that $5 million actually mean for you? Well, it means that for any trip you take that's 60 days or less, doesn't matter if you're just in another province or on the other side of the world, you've got emergency medical protection if something unexpected happens. For any contractor who travels, for work or for fun, this is a pretty key feature.
Now, SoloHelm isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's actually built with 3 tiers, so you can find a fit that really matches what you need and what your budget looks like. Let's take a look at how the coverage stacks up as you move through the levels.
So first up is the basic plan. You can think of this as your foundation. It's designed to handle those common, everyday costs that can really mess with your cash flow. Things like prescriptions, regular dental cleanings, and essential medical supplies. It's your baseline protection, and it still includes that amazing travel coverage we just talked about.
The next step up is the enhanced plan. This is where you start building on that foundation, adding coverage for more proactive health and wellness stuff. You get those paramedical services, a physiotherapist to help with your work from home posture, or a massage therapist for stress. Plus, you get vision care for glasses and contacts.
And then at the very top, you've got the Elite plan. This is for the freelancer who really wants to eliminate those potentially huge financial shocks. It has everything from the enhanced plan, but it adds coverage for major dental work. We're talking about the expensive stuff that can run into the thousands, like crowns, bridges, and even orthodontics for your kids.
This table makes it super clear where the differences are. You can really see the progression, right? Paramedical and vision kick in at that enhanced level. But the really big jump to Elite is all about dental, with that coverage for major work and orthodontics. Oh, and notice a little detail here. The frequency of dental checkups goes from every 9 months on basic to every 6 on the other 2. Really, the key is just figuring out which level covers what you think you'll need.
Okay, so you get the coverage, you've seen the different levels. Now let's get into the important details. The fine print you need to know to see if this is actually the right fit for you.
Eligibility is actually pretty straightforward. There are just 2 main requirements. First, you need to have valid provincial health coverage. They use OHIP as the example here. And second, you have to be actively self-employed, working at least 20 hours a week.
And here are a few other really critical details to know. You can't just sign up for the top-tier Elite plan right away. You have to be on the enhanced plan for at least a year first. If you want to change your level, up or down, you can do that, but only once a year on December 1st. And finally, just keep in mind, this coverage is designed for your working years. It ends when you turn 65 or whenever you decide to retire.
So we end up right back where we started. The whole dream of being self-employed is about freedom. But, real freedom also means having security, having peace of mind. And that leaves us with this final thought. For the modern independent worker, is having a specialized safety net like this the last piece of the puzzle to being truly free?